My sister demanded I give her my promotion bonus because I don't need it as much as her. I've been working 60-hour weeks for the past year at my tech company. My sister Maya works part-time at a boutique, maybe 20 hours a week. Last month, I finally got promoted to senior developer with a $15,000 signing bonus. The day I told my family at dinner, everyone was excited. My dad hugged me. My mom teared up a little, but Maya's face went cold. She barely said congratulations before going quiet for the rest of the meal. After dinner, she pulled me aside in the kitchen while everyone else was in the living room. She said her apartment lease is up next month and she needs first and last month's rent. Then she just stared at me, waiting. I asked how much. She said $3,000 total. Then she added that I should cover it since I just got that huge bonus and she's been struggling financially. I told her I had plans for that money. She actually laughed and said I was being ridiculous since I make way more than her anyway. What could I possibly need $3,000 for that's more important than helping my sister? Before I could answer, my mom walked in and asked what we were talking about. Maya told her. My mom's face softened and she looked at me like it was obvious what I should do. Family helps family, she said. Maya's going through a tough time right now. You've always been the responsible one. You can afford to help her out. I felt the pressure building. This was their pattern. Maya asks for something, I'm expected to provide it because I'm more financially stable. Never mind that I got here by working my ass off while she bounced between part-time jobs. I said I'd think about it. Maya rolled her eyes but didn't push further. My mom patted my arm and said she knew I'd do the right thing. Over the next few days, Maya texted me constantly. Reminders about her lease deadline, links to the apartment she wanted, subtle guilt trips about how stressed she was, and how this would really help her get back on her feet. Here's what they didn't know. Maya isn't struggling. I'd seen her Instagram stories from her weekend trip to Miami 2 weeks ago. The designer bags, the expensive restaurants, the bottle service at some club. She just doesn't want to use her own money for boring things like rent. But I played along. I told her to send me the apartment information so I could look it over. She sent me the complex name, the unit number, everything. That's when I decided to do some digging. I called the leasing office pretending to be her current landlord doing a reference check. The woman on the phone was confused. She said someone already submitted an application for that unit last week. I asked who the co-signer was. She hesitated, then said she couldn't give out that information. So I said I was calling because I'm Maya's sister, and I wanted to verify my information wasn't being used without permission. Dead silence. Then she said, hold on. 5 minutes later, she came back and confirmed that yes, my name was listed as a co-signer on the application. My income information was listed, my employer, even my phone number. My hands started shaking. I asked if she could email me a copy of the application. She said she'd have to check with her manager, but given the circumstances, they'd likely send it over. The PDF hit my inbox an hour later. There was my forged signature at the bottom. My information filled in perfectly. She'd even listed my rental history to make it look more legitimate. Maya wasn't asking for $3,000. She was planning to trap me into being legally responsible for her rent for an entire year. Once that lease was signed with my name on it, I'd be on the hook whether I agreed to it or not. I sat there staring at my computer screen, my promotion bonus suddenly feeling a lot more precious. This wasn't about helping family. This was fraud. I called the leasing office back and told them I never authorized this application and wanted it flagged immediately. Then I called the non-emergency police line and asked about filing a report for identity fraud. The officer who took my information said this was more common than people think, especially between family members. He said I was smart to catch it before the lease was signed. Maya called me that evening, her voice sugar sweet. She asked if I'd made a decision about helping her out. I could hear the confidence in her tone. She thought she'd already won. I told her I'd made several decisions actually. I reported the fraudulent application to her leasing office and filed a police report for identity fraud. She could explain to the detective why she forged my signature and tried to legally bind me to her financial responsibilities. The line went dead silent. Then she started crying, saying she was just trying to secure the apartment and would have told me eventually. I told her she could explain that to the detective handling her case.